Yo, welcome back everybody. Saving Santa is finally here, and this is going to be your complete guide on how to play this event. This is going to be how to get the presents, what to open, where to look for these collectibles, how to get the tokens, how to complete the event. Is it even possible to do this free to play? We're going to talk about all of that stuff in today's video. If you're confused on anything in this event, please let me know in the comments. There's certainly a lot to get through, so let's jump right into it. Now, before we get into all of the details in this event, let me kind of maybe temper your expectations just a little bit. Now, Save Santa from last year was absolutely the most pay-to-win event of the entire year. Now, it's not to say that this event is going to be exactly the same. We still have 30 days left, so there's certainly a lot to do, and it could be possible to get all of this done 100% free to play. But I just wanted to throw that out there that the Save Santa from last year was certainly very, very pay to win, and this could be the same. All right, so let's talk about the event itself. Now, the event itself is broken up into 10 separate bosses. You have to go through this, I guess, ladder, defeating each single boss one at a time, progressing all the way to the 10th and final boss in order to save Santa, in which you will get this limited edition, which means you only need one of them. It will be a numbered card, and that's how you get Santa, is just to defeat all 10 of these bosses. Seems pretty simple. In order to play this event, you have to have snowflake tokens. And again, throughout the entire video, we're going to talk about where to get all of this stuff in order to complete it. Now, your very first boss is going to be John Cena. And at least by all appearances, it's going to focus on one single stat for your cards. For John Cena anyway, it's going to be power. You want to have your highest power cards in this deck right here. And in order to get boosts, which means higher damage and higher defense against this final boss, you need to find these specific presents to boost each one of your cards. Now, I do want to recommend that I would not play any of these bosses unless you have these presents. Ideally, you're going to want all 5 of these. You might want to at least do the top 3. These top 3 right here, you can see. Now, I do, again, suspect that each single boss is going to be similar to this, but the top 3 has the highest damage boost, has the highest defense boost. You want to at least get these top 3, but I would certainly recommend doing all top 5. So how do you get these boosts? Well, that's a good question. And these boosts are going to be seen over here in this holiday collection. Now, if you look at your holiday collection, it's broken up into 5 separate types of presents. Each single present is going to have 2 bosses on them. And you could find them by this little tiny icon in the bottom left. These are going to be the boosts per boss. You see, when I click this present that I already have, it has a John Cena icon down here at the bottom. That is going to be the boost for John Cena. The ones that I don't have are the ones right here, which is also a present. And for the next boss, we got Kevin Owens. He, again, is going to have 5 separate boosts. And the boosts you already have and the presents you receive and open, if you do get a boost, it's going to be down here at the bottom left. And it's broken up like that for all 5 of the separate presents. When you get to clothing, and it does appear these go in order. And so decorations is the first 2 bosses. Then when you come to clothing, the clothing is going to be the next 2 bosses. And you'll see these bosses right here. We got Jay, and we only have, looks like, 1 boost for Jay right now. And then the next boost looks like, I think that maybe Macho Man. It's really hard to tell. I don't have my glasses on. But then that's going to be 5 more boosts for Macho Man. And you go down here to electronics, same exact thing. You're going to have 5 separate boosts for the next boss, 5 separate boosts for the next boss. You go down to treats. Treats is also going to be the same. So all of this is all going to go in order, and each single type of present is going to have 5 separate boosts for each of the bosses through all 10 bosses. So now how do you get these presents, right? Well, at least as far as the decorations go, obviously I don't have that many. The decorations can be found on the draft board. Now, people have told me that they have found electronics and clothing also on the draft board. I personally cannot confirm that. I have only pulled decoration presents on the draft board, as well as snowflake tokens. So in order to play this event, you do need snowflake tokens, and you can also find how to play the event, or the snowflake tokens to play the event, also on the draft board. So collect the presents on the draft board, and you can also collect decorations in the free pack. So every 2 hours, you're certainly going to want to do this. You do have a bonus chance to get electronics and clothing as well. I personally have never pulled anything but decorations in this. It is just a bonus chance. I have certainly claimed every single free pack possible, but we do get a decoration. So you can get decorations guaranteed in the free packs. You can get them on the draft board as well. So now once you acquire these presents, you're going to open those presents in this same screen as the Saving Santa event. And down here at the bottom, you cannot open your presents until you collect 5 different presents. And it could be any of them. It could be 5 total decoration presents. It could be a mixture of the 5 presents. And you're going to open them 5 at a time. You do not know what is going to be in these presents. It's just going to be one of the random things. So right now we at least know I've pulled a couple on the draft board, a couple decoration presents on the draft board. I've also pulled a couple of them in the free packs. And when I open that specific decoration present, it is going to give me a random decoration. It could be one that I don't have. It could be one that I have already. And so we're going to open one of these just so you can see the animation. You see that it's a clothing. I already have it, so it's not going to give me anything. The next one, I had that as well. They got clothing right there. That's a new one. That's not a boost or anything, unfortunately. So my total gifts went up right there. And then my next one, another decoration, which that was not a boost either. So after that pack, I didn't get any of the boosts, unfortunately, because I want to fight John Cena. I need the boosts for John Cena. Those are under decorations. I got decoration presents. I opened them. I got duplicates. None of the boosts, unfortunately, because it's just random. So after you open the 5 random presents, you're going to click this pack right here. It's going to give you a snowflake token, which is, again, another way to get the tokens to play the event. And you do have a tiny, small, itty-bitty chance in order to get one of the new holiday cards. We got 5 more presents right here. We're going to open those again. Clothing, we got another new one. Still no boosts. The boosts are certainly the most important. Decoration, that was a duplicate. Another decoration duplicate, that's John Cena again. We keep getting the same one. Another decoration, another duplicate. It seems to be the same one every time. Another one, which is a duplicate. And then we open the free pack again, and boom. We get an old card or a legacy card, a snowflake token, and a Xavier Woods. So nothing good in those except for the snowflakes, but you can get a small chance at a holiday card. So like I said, I would not play any of the bosses until you get these boosts. It's going to make it a lot easier to do. And as you see from opening the presents, it can certainly get really frustrating pulling the same duplicate over and over and over again. That's kind of how it was in last year's Saving Santa. You try to find these legacy cards. You seem to pull the same legacy cards over and over and over and over again. You couldn't find the ones that you really needed to complete the Saving Santa. So now that we know how to get the decoration presents, let's talk about the other 4 presents, because the decorations only cover the first 2 bosses. The next 2 bosses after that are going to have to do with clothing. And then the next 2 bosses after that are going to be electronics. The next 2 bosses after that are going to be treats. And then the final 2 bosses are going to be toys. And each one of these specific types of presents are going to be found in specific places. As far as clothing goes, the best way to get those is going to be King of the Ring. Every single time you win a King of the Ring, it is going to be 20 total clothing presents. Very good way to get them. Now, they did change King of the Ring quite a bit into a absolutely busted format. You can just tell, I think everybody can tell already, that King of the Ring is absolutely broken. It does not work right. The energy system is a very, very bad idea. I don't want to get into it completely, but this is certainly a broken event, and I would have to say it's going to require some luck in order to win these. I have not even made the finals yet, and before this update came out, I was probably winning King of the Ring probably at least 50% of the time. I can't even make it to the finals anymore with how broken this is. And every single time, you know, like I said, even the matchmaking just doesn't make sense. The matchups don't make sense. You know, you got lower tiered cards winning against upper tiered cards that are completely level. It shows that I win all 5 of these games right here. And that's obviously not true either, because I have 2 sandbags right here in which both of these at least should have lost. So at minimum, it should have been 3-2, but it still shows 4-1. It still shows that I won all 5 of them. King of the Ring is completely busted, but that is the where you're going to find the clothing anyway. Now, the electronics, you're going to want to play Boom. Each one of these booms all the way up, or boom ladder win streaks all the way up to 11, are going to contain 1 electronic present. So every single day, I would certainly recommend trying to complete Boom. If you struggle with Boom, come out to the live streams. We will talk about it. I will show you when I play Boom. I am pretty successful at it. I win or get through 11 streak almost every single time now. It is pretty easy to me, and I'll give you all the tips and tricks that I know, but Boom is certainly the way to go to get electronics. Now, the treats, you're going to want to play some PvP. Every single one of the PvP packs are going to contain treats. You get to tier 7, you get this plus pack. It's going to have the most treats in it at 25 total. The next one, just the plus, has 15, and the basic one has 5. So that's certainly a lot of treat presents for you to pick up, just assuming that you could get to tier 7. So start grinding some PvP for when rewards come out next week. That way they'll cover the treats. Now, the toys are last, and it's good that they're last, obviously, because it's the last 2 bosses. So don't sweat it if you aren't picking up the treats, or aren't picking up the toys, until the very, very end, because you don't need them until the very, very end. It's the same with treats. That's why the treats are 7 and 8. Because PvP takes an entire week to get through in order for you to actually get the rewards. But as far as the toys go, in order to get the toys, you're going to have to defeat the bosses. And so when you defeat each of the bosses, you're going to get specific rewards. Some of them holiday cards, but most of them, I think 7 out of the 10, are going to contain the toy presents. So every single boss that you climb through, John Cena contains 5 of these toys. The next one, Kevin Owens. This one is again going to contain 5 of the toys. So once you defeat Kevin Owens, you're going to get some more of those. And then we got Jay right here. He is going to contain only nothing. He's not going to have any of the toys, unfortunately. Some of them don't have toys. It's just a basic holiday card. But then move on to Macho Man. He's going to have 5 more toys, etc. So as you're moving up, saving Santa, defeating each of the bosses, that's how you get toys. Now, there are a couple other ways to get some of these presents, and one of them is by completing some of these holiday item rewards. So when you go to the holiday collection, you come down here to rewards. They have a bunch of different rewards by collecting all of the holiday decorations. And here you're going to find clothing, electronics, treats, and toys. It's not going to be a whole lot of them. For example, you collect 20 decorations, or all 20 decorations, and you get 5 clothing, which is the next of the holiday presents. You're also going to get this nice little Liv Morgan as well. but you're going to get more presents by doing that. You collect all 20 clothings and you're going to get 5 electronics. So here's another place to get a small amount of presents. We also have a quest going on right now, and you can get clothing and decorations only in the quest. There's still 30 days, so there could be other quests. There could be other places to get some of this stuff. And like I said, this is not even 24 hours into the event. So if certain things change and there are other events that come into the game, you know, be sure you keep that in mind when you're watching this video, that it could be in the future, in the next 30 days, that there's other ways to get some of this stuff. Now, another place to get these tokens is going to be the present passer. And this kind of leads into the Mrs. Claus thing, because we haven't talked about how to actually get Mrs. Claus as well. But the present passer just has to do with, you know, getting gifts and opening gifts, or at least trying to open gifts, and you can get tokens that way. Now, the people that can send you gifts, you can only send gifts to people on your team or people that you follow. So if somebody is following you, they can send you a present. If somebody is on your team, then those people can send you presents. Nobody else can send you a present. So if you're not on a team, get on a team. If you're not being followed by anybody, make some friends. Really not sure, but when you get these presents, you're gonna hit over here and try to tap one of these and hit it. Now, we tried to hit it, it didn't break, so now we pass it on to somebody on our team or somebody that we are following. We're gonna hit another one, we're gonna hit this, and this one again, tough break, didn't work. So we're gonna go on to the next person, next one. We're gonna click this one, hit, this one finally opened, the ice broke. We're gonna click that, we're gonna get a snowflake token. So this is another place in order to get snowflake tokens. You're gonna get a couple cards along the way. None of these cards have been any good. It could be possible, I guess, for you to get a holiday card, but I have not gotten one yet. But definitely open the gifts, try to get these snowflake tokens, try to add to the counter right here, because that kind of leads into Mrs. Claus. And in order to get Mrs. Claus, you have to get all the way up to 950 presents, gifts received and sent. So this is a pro. It's not a limited edition card. So you do need 2 of them. And one of them can be found by getting 950. Along the way, you will get other presents. It's going to contain one of these, which are all Legion tiered cards. So that's going to give you a way to get a pro of something. And then another one contains 5 of other cards, but basic rewards along the way, all the way up to Mrs. Santa, which is 950. Now, to get the pro of Mrs. Santa, you have to collect all 100 of the holiday items. And again, this is going to be pretty tough for free-to-play players, but it is 30 days away. And you think, well, you have 38 out of 100 right now. You're making really, really good progress, right? Well, yeah, I kind of am making decent progress along the way, but it is going to slow down exponentially here in a week or two. Trust me, some of these items are going to be so hard to get. You're probably going to think they don't even exist. At least that's how it was in the past. That's how it was in the old Saving Santa. That's how it was when you're trying to collect. I think we did that Macho Man one, I think it was. It was like a Macho Man collectible 10th, I think it was 10th anniversary maybe. I can't remember what it was. But that was another one. You're trying to collect these cards. Certain cards just seem really, really hard to find. It's how it's going to be with these decorations. Some of them are going to be really hard to find. You might get up to 85, you might get up to 90 in 1 week or 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden, you know, you can't find the other 10. It just seems to be really hard. But this is how you get the pro of Mrs. Santa. Now, like I said, I would not recommend playing this event when you don't have the boost, but I'm just going to show you in case you wanted to or just couldn't resist why you don't want to do it. So look at this damage right here. Look how much we got. We're going to put it on fast forward real quick. And just look how much damage that John Cena has right here, or how much health John Cena has, and how much we actually take off when it comes to the very end. We do have Damian Priest that does have a boost. He has just a little bit of a health boost. He has a little bit of a damage boost. So he is going to be doing a little bit and a little bit of damage, but nowhere near anything significant. Nowhere near the amount of damage we need to reasonably get this done with a limited amount of tokens. 7,881 damage. 7,881 damage. Now, that obviously would take forever, being that John Cena has over 500 or has 544,000 health. That's why you don't want to do it. We have pretty decent cards, pretty decent power. Without the boost, though, it just makes it virtually impossible to do this without it. So don't waste your tokens until you get these boosts. So that's Saving Santa. And like I said, things could change in the next 30 days. We could have more quests. We could have more, side events, table, ladders, and chairs, or whatever it is that's going to come in 24/7. And maybe we'll have other ways to get some of these presents. But at least as of right now, that is what it looks like. That's how you complete it. That's how you get the presents. That's how you want to attack this event. And maybe those are your expectations when it comes to trying to complete this event free to play. If you're free to play like me, I would not expect you to be able to get all of this done. Will you get some holiday cards? Sure. Will you get some pros maybe? Yeah, sure. Will you get maybe one Mrs. Claus? Yes. Could it be possible that you even get Santa? Maybe, but I would just temper your expectations just a little bit, at least for the next couple weeks. Still play it as much as you can, but maybe, lower your expectations just a little bit. But either way, if I did leave anything out, please let me know in the comments. And how you enjoying this event? How well are you doing? And if I, mixed anything up, again, please let me know. And if anything comes to the game, please drop it in the comments so people watching this a week, 2 weeks from now, that they'll know how to get this stuff. Hopefully I see y'all in the live streams. Go follow the Twitch or stick around on YouTube. I will see y'all in the next one. I know it was long, and thanks for sticking around. Y'all take it easy, guys. We are out. Peace.